Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and trippin' orange and black and white. Cool day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Single bottle, never stop it. So the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night.
Welcome to another episode of Bengals and Brews. Did not have this one scheduled either, but going from work, did some dishes, then you know what? I'm gonna reward myself with a beer. You earned it, Dale. You went to work all day. You come home, you're cleaning your house up. You know what? Go on, have you a good time. Do a mock draft. Gotta show off my shirt here. Hayden Hurst. Hopefully he comes back to the Bengals. We all love a little Hayden Hurst in our lives. I am waiting on the Iceman. He is, who knows what he's doing, slow stroking. But he is supposed to join me, and then we're going to do a mock 5-round Bengals only mock draft. Strangers in the chat, maybe the only one, but who dey, brother? I know I did not have the show planned, so as soon as Iceman gets on, but anything else you guys want to talk about? I know the combine's going on. Everyone's talking about Kalijah Cansey. He had measured him with small arms, so his arm length was like 30-something. And then what's up, Crip? And then, but then he went out and he ran like a 4.73 40, and he measured it at 6'1" instead of 6 foot. He's around 280. So I don't think it changes draft stock. I don't put too much in this combine. It's kind of what's expected. So I would say he's still a late first round to somewhere in the second round prospect. So I am hoping to see, some more of these guys' test results. So if I'm checking my phone some during the show, that is what I'm doing. We're telling Jeff that he's an asshole for not being here yet. So, but we got time to talk about any prospects you guys like, anything you want to talk about until he gets here. I'm seeing like Anthony Cosenza, who will be on the show tonight that we're going to have. So we're going to have one starting at 7. He's going to hop on about 7:45 or so. So the show tonight will probably be kind of a long one. But in comparison, because it gets compared to Geno Atkins and Aaron Donald, which no high expectations, right? Just Geno Atkins and Aaron Donald, one of the greatest defensive tackles of all time. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's as good as either of those guys, but that's his potential. Like, that's his ceiling. So, I mean, it's not fair comparisons, but those guys, as far as arm length, Geno had 32-inch arm length and Aaron Donald had 32 and 5/8. So him coming in with 30 and whatever it was is not ideal, especially when you're already a smaller defensive tackle. You need to have that arm length to be able to get off and get your hands out and get the guys off of you. So that's a concern, but he's so explosive. And when you watch him on tape, it's really not going to make a big difference. See, it's awkward when I take a drink of beer and there's no one else on here. It's like super awkward. So yeah, I'm going to call Iceman right now and yell at him while we're on the show. So this is entertaining, I know. Entertaining at its finest. That's why I never like to do a show alone. I don't know how Jeff does it sometimes. Like, how do you just sit and talk? Do you feel like you're talking to yourself? It's so weird.
Turn my computer on now.
I mean, you got me sitting here like you're on the phone. I'm live. Got 2 viewers here. Kevin, what's up, Kevin?
I'm coming.
What's up, brother? Get ready to do a mock draft. Waiting on Iceman. As you can hear, he is coming, but I mean, this man just let me down. It's so awkward. I said, I don't know how you do it. Like, it's been like 4 minutes, and I'm like, this is super awkward. I could not do that. I could not sit here and talk for 45 minutes to an hour.
Let me get off the phone so I can get on the computer.
We hurry the hell up. It's awkward. God. Strangle him. So yeah, and I'm trying to get my updates. So it's nice to see. We got Santori. He's working. He's trying to drop in our group chat and tell us, measurements, times, things like that. So he's not happy about Cansey's arm length. I don't think it's a big deal, but if you ever try to argue with Santori, he's not hearing it. He's just gonna feel how he feels. I'm always like, hey, I'm willing to be wrong. Oh, not much, Kevin. I said I would do a show because went to work, and I come home, do dishes, knock all that out, clean, straighten up the kitchen and everything. I'm like, all right, this is a solid 45 minutes. Let's have a beer and do a mock draft. Just makes sense. So, what have you guys been up to? What's up, Iceman?
Give me a chance. You're like, I'm gonna go live at 4:00. Or like 10 minutes. You're like, where you at? I'm like, dude, I'm watching the freaking combine.
You had 10 to 15 minutes. So, do you have the combine on so you can keep us updated?
I have it
as
on
well?
right now. I had to set my own damn show up.
Where the hell is Mozzie Smith? Like, he's supposed to blow it all out of the waters. And I haven't heard anything about him yet, so I'm just wondering if he.
I can't think of what he did. I know he did 40-yard dashes are done already. They're doing the agility drills right now.
But are they in groups though? Because sometimes I think they have them in groups. So some guys are done and some guys are still to come.
Well,
the other ones move on to other stuff.
It was defense. It's all left. Was it? Like I said, I was set my day. Once you started doing this, I had to hurry up and set my show up. So I had to set this. I haven't been paying attention for the last 10, 20 minutes. Well, I set my show up and try to get on here. So
it's supposed to be D-line and linebackers. So I know there's a lot of guys that have to test, but
they're doing the agility, not the cones, but the dummies where they're knocking them over and running them around. Whatever the hell they call that one. That's what they're doing right now.
I might type that in, Mozzie Smith. I was just talking about Cansey a little bit because, like, we were talking. I don't think the arm length is that big of a deal. He ran. Yeah, he ran pretty fast though, and all his short shuttle and all that stuff was like really good. The 3 cone, so it's like it's like when you're in the 95 plus percentile with your athleticism, you can have one mark against you,
right?
Because he actually
short arms is something. I mean, it is.
No, it is. Like it is. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's one thing,
right?
If there's 2 or 3 other things,
right? Your brother's like actually working. What the hell?
Yeah, man. Come on, you're supposed to be a full-time podcast watcher, if not on full-time. But the possibility of the Bengals trading down seems like a prime spot. Yeah, no, I think it's a very viable situation. Like I listed 16 guys that I wouldn't be surprised if they were the pick for the Bengals today. On
trading
Twitter.
down where? With trading out of the first round altogether?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If there's a guy you love, you want that 5th-year option, and you take it. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a handful, 4 or 5, and none you love,
right?
Then you consider trading down.
Especially if you get a top, a higher second round pick. I mean, the higher second round pick from 28 to 33. That's not that big of a drop.
Or let's just say 34, 35.
Yeah, you're still probably getting.
It's not that much of a drop, and you're probably getting a decent 3rd round pick on top of it because those teams trading have high picks in their rounds. So let's just say you get top of the 2nd and top of the 3rd from somebody to trade down 7 spots. Like shit, sign me up for that all day.
So how long were you on here by yourself? Were you okay?
Just 4 or 5 minutes, but man, it's getting a little.
You had to go. I'm walking over here, turn my computer on, my phone ring. I'm like, I'm coming.
Yeah. The only thing I've seen about Mozzie Smith so far is like he measured at 6'3", and I think it was 323, which he was listed at like 340 at one point at Michigan. So, but he was that explosive at 340. So, I'm curious to see how it tests.
They're doing the run the hoop thing, which is something that Raz talked about on my show, where they got to run around the circles and lean down, grab the beanbag, and drop it down.
Well,
he gets their bend.
Yeah, I just seen he posted. Love you too, brother. But I seen he posted, and it was DJ Dell, the defensive tackle from Alabama. His RAS score was like a 1 point something. It's like woo! And I already had the guys like a 6th, 7th round. I think 7th round. So I was like, it's not surprising. That's like I didn't see it before, and I don't think so now when your RAS is a 1.2 or whatever the hell it was. That's awful.
One anything on a RAS is not good.
Yeah, no. I mean, that means you've tested that low compared to everybody else since 1987. Like, that's not good. That's not ideal. All right, so I know you got a show, so I'll share my screen here. We'll kick off this mock draft, get this thing going.
Let's go.
We're going to do 5 rounds, Bengals only. It shouldn't take, too crazy long. got to make sure I click the correct tab.
Yeah, hit the right tab. Don't turn the show off.
Hey,
and we are live, right? Just making sure.
yeah, we are. All right, so are we on the side? Is everything up? Because when I click back and forth, it's
looks good to me.
All right, so you see here, we haven't started, but we're gonna click start up at the top. See some of the guys come off. Ooh, Tyree Wilson went first. That is not happening. That's the defensive end from like Texas Tech. He's good. He's not that good.
Ooh. We have a trade offer.
Yeah, these trades on this side are not ideal. Yeah, they want us to trade down to 20 picks to pick up a third. No, thank you.
I think we just reject all trades and just make the picks.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
I
know. I know. I saw that. I'm like, okay, this would be tough. But
so they gave us 2 of my Cumworthy, like my whatever.
We were literally talking about BJ Robinson on the show yesterday. BJ, oh my god,
he was on my list of guys that I would be like, oh yeah, and Michael Mayer, both talent wise, like. So let's just kind of go like wide receivers. Josh Downs, interior O line, Smith's the center, linebacker no, punter, kicker, line specialist no. Corner, even here, Deontay Banks is a guy I like a lot. Okay. They said today they met with Forbes and Phillips, so the next 2 guys on the list that have met with the Bengals, which I like both of them, but if I was going to take a corner here, it would be Banks, which it shows that's a suggestion.
Yeah, that's something that position could probably be there in the second round too,
or a trade down. This would be one of those if you're going to trade down and still get one of those 3 guys, or even Stevenson, you'd be happy with, but. See, then there's Cansey and Ozzie Smith. Okay, so
there's no way this is happening.
You're just leaving all these guys on.
We're not getting all these guys in the first round.
Options. So Cansey's on the board. God, and then like we said, Mayer, Kincaid, Washington, all the tight ends. Not a single tight end has gone here. So, which means obviously the quarterbacks are the top 4.
There's no way, but Bijan Robinson, if he's there, there's no way he's getting past Buffalo. There's no freaking way.
And then you still got the 3 guys that I expected to be here at tackle: Harrison, Wright, and Jones. Holy shit! And then a lot of people like Nolan Smith. I think he's more second round because he's linebacker body, plays like an edge. I mean, people are like, well, could he be Parsons from the Cowboys? I'm like, I don't see it, but. He's good, and he's coming off an injury. So to me, I'm like, hey, that's more a second round to me. But if they said, how would you feel if we took him? I said, well, it wouldn't be on my list of my boners, even half Chubb, but I would be perfectly fine with it. I wouldn't be upset.
Well, if we're going with like the Bengals right now, say there's no free agents, no nothing. We got to go right now.
This is crazy. What's up there?
It is, but
just looking at these alone, like right here, Bijan, Mayer, Kincaid, Smith, Gibbs, Banks, Cansey, and Harrison, and a couple others that we mentioned. Oh God,
Cansey's. All right, never mind. Forget what I just said. I don't know.
This is tough. What's the people in the chat saying? Because
I'm leaning more toward obviously Mayer.
Mozzie. I don't know if I could.
Mozzie
or
Cansey. Cansey looks good in this.
But Bijan and Michael Mayer to me, let me go. This is the rational side of me,
all right. Well, yeah.
But I got to go back to being rational, where I put grades to these guys, right?
Right.
So I literally have 4, 5, 6, 7. Bijan, which is really tied for 4th, but he is my 7th rated guy at a 9.6 prospect, which. On the grading scale is perennial all-pro. 10 would be like a Hall of Fame career, which I wouldn't shock me, and he has that potential at 9.6.
He's great now. They're saying he's next to Saquon Barkley, so yeah.
And then Michael Mayer is still a 9.5. He's about 4 or 5 spots down, but he's 9.5 tight end. I mean, he's my 12th overall player. Bijan's my 7th overall player. And they're here at 28. So right there, it's okay, regardless of anything else, Cansey and Mozzie, I like them both, guys, and we've got people in the chat saying, you could wait on Mozzie and then Cansey, and but I just think, God damn, that's I can't believe it had this.
There's no way this is happening.
Hey, dude. 4 quarterbacks are most likely going. So you got to always think of that, and then you just don't know. It becomes down to what other teams want.
But see, I didn't really. I was like, I'm a not take a running back in first round pick, but unless it's somebody ranks as high as B.J. Robinson, and if you can get him, dude, I mean, he can do basically everything.
Yeah,
he would not have to come off.
You want to just go with Robinson because it's best on the board. It's best on my board. I have no.
Yeah, I'm leaning that. Let's go. If he's there, which I doubt, I'm going with him.
Well, and how many mock drafts have we done with Mayer? A lot, and we see a lot. So let's do one with Bijan, and then let's see, okay, where do we go next based on what's still available?
There might be a lot from what happened there.
Yeah, we're rejecting all these trades, and they're all trash anyway.
They're not giving us all that stuff anyway.
No. Hey, you want a 7th round pick? No. I would make my 2nd round choice. All right, so okay. So we've got the running back. Now I want to go through by positions again. Just wide receiver. I like Tank Dell.
Yeah, you with the jersey.
Yeah, but I like his explosiveness. Steve Avili and Joe Tittman, great interior linemen. I just feel like we're set there, but I love the prospects.
All right.
Linebacker, I'm still not. I love Deion Henley. I think he should be above Jack Campbell. He's more explosive, got a way bigger upside. Right. But I'm not touching linebacker here. Corners, we're okay. So I still like the corners here. I'm not as high on DJ Turner because I think he's a slot guy, but Caillou Blue Kelly, Julius Brands, Eli Ricks, solid, but he hasn't performed like he's supposed to.
Right.
So I wouldn't take him in the 2nd, but Blue Kelly, Brents, Garrett Williams, and Jalen Jones, those 4 guys would be in consideration, especially here in the end of the 2nd round.
What do you got? What's the offensive line? That's the one I want.
Okay. Well, I want to get D-line, tight end, and then I'll click that one.
Okay.
So D-line, the Dexter guy, his RAS score was almost over 9.5.
Right.
But he just don't play like it.
Mm-hmm. Bryce Young.
Jaquelin Roy, which you know.
My boy Wiley's there.
Yeah, well, he's there because 2nd round. I don't see him going in the 2nd round.
No,
Laporta, I'm not taking him. He's not a blocker.
I'm not taking Wiley in the 2nd round.
So here's your offensive tackles: Jalen Duncan and Bergeron, both solid 2nd round guys. I think both of them could end up as left tackles. Mm-hmm. So this would be one that I would hope that we would go and we had right tackle locked up in free agency.
Yeah, that's where I'm hoping, but we don't. We're basing this off of right now, where we don't.
Yeah, especially Bijan was there, so we.
Yeah, if he's there, which there's no hell. I don't know how you can pass him up, but
if we're desperate for a right tackle because we didn't sign one,
right? Yeah, then
that's
what I don't want to happen.
I agree.
But here, to me, if we don't have a right tackle, we got to take one. I think.
Well, I don't think these guys are ideal right tackle. Honestly, down here, Wanye Morris from Oklahoma is a better right tackle prospect than these 2 guys at the top. So could they play a little right tackle? Maybe, but I think they're just natural left tackles more.
Who's left at tight ends? Who
Laporta and what? Nothing there. I loved, and then Edge. Nothing there. I really like Adebawore from Northwestern. I think he is just like Cansey, but he has 34 inch arms instead of 30.
Right.
Seriously, they're very similar prospects. But so I like him, but I go back to just talent on the board here at corner.
Right. Yeah, I think we're going to go. I think we're going to go DB here, the cornerback.
So who do you?
I kind of like Turner. That's who I kind of like, but.
Yeah, stranger like Mozzie or Washington for 2nd. Yeah, and in this scenario, they're going. That's the thing. There's going to be we were faced with a tough pick there in the 1st.
Right.
It was so hard to decide.
So many guys we actually wanted, they're all over there.
Every one of those guys are gone, and by the time the 2nd rolls around, so that's why it's okay, you either got to make that pick, trade down a little bit, or you're not. This is a very likely scenario where there's several guys you like, but now they're gone. So, I like the corners. I don't know. Is there one that stands out to you the most? I could go off my personal grades.
You got the grades better than I do. I base a lot of stuff off what you tell me anyway, and other guys tell me.
Well,
I don't
I'll
have
just
any
go
grades.
with who I have ranked highest. It's the same as them, so it's Caillou, Blue, Kelly.
Yeah.
So, and then I
That's where
have. I
that
really
leaves
like Brent's though. I have him next, and then I have Garrett Williams and Jalen Jones. So that's why I listed them that way. I kind of thought that's how I had them. So
Well, here I think he said like most athletic, we need a DB and a cornerback. I say we go with Kelly.
sounds good to me.
Where I'm at.
73rd, but all these guys are bunched together. So Julius Brent's 6'3", like this would be like, and they're all I have them all ranked similar too. So especially Blue Kelly and Brent's, they probably
Right.
I think they have identical grades. It's just they're a little different type of corners. But let's go Blue Kelly on this one.
Yep.
And move on to the third round. I mean, I would be happy so far, Bijan and Blue Kelly, but man, we're hurting on the line if we didn't bring somebody in.
We haven't addressed the bit. My biggest need is the freaking line.
Yeah, but if we get a right tackle, then I'm not like freaking out. You know, that makes such a difference.
Right. That's well, to me, right tackle and tight end. If we can sign those two positions in free agency, makes this draft a hell of a lot easier.
All right, now let's see the bones we're left to pick over here. Oh gosh, Tippmann, man, I know that we're set on the interior, but this guy can play center, either guard spot. Like he's a tank, and he's 6'6", big dude. Wisconsin churns out linemen.
You need backups, man. I mean,
and it's the third round. Like that's so wide receiver. I'm not like Parker Washington would be a guy because he could be a very, very good slot receiver. And replace Boyd a year from now, and maybe give you some stuff in the return game.
We need some speed. I mean, what is?
Yeah,
is he?
He has some. Yeah,
okay. That's so if we get a wide receiver this year, we need somebody who's got some speed. Obviously, got to be able to catch the ball.
So Washington would definitely, and then Steve Henley for me, 65 overall rated prospect, and honestly, I have him like an early second round grade on him. So end of the third here, he would be in consideration, especially if we're losing Pratt. Like he's so freaking athletic. And he had such a great Senior Bowl.
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't like we haven't done anything with the offensive line. That's the
I know. We'll get there. We'll go through the positions we haven't taken. So tight end Laporta is still there. Now I might consider him, even though he's not a great blocker. He's a damn good pass catcher. He comes from Iowa, who's a factory for tight ends.
Yes, they are. That is for sure.
He would be in consideration. Jaquelin Roy would be in consideration for sure at this point.
Right.
We already took a corner, but let's just see Turner, Ricks, Rush. See, we almost could have held off around. I like those names. Now here is Steen and Wanye Morris. So they're not rated as high, but a guy like both of those are solid, good starters that could potentially start at right tackle.
Yeah, I mean, to me, just because for me to make me feel better, we got to take one of those two. I think because we got to get the offensive line, man, or the other guy you're talking about, the interior lineman.
Edge, man, look. Zach Harrison that we thought. Well, I said he's going to test good, but he didn't play that well.
Right.
But I said,
you like him, though.
I like him. I don't love him.
Right. Well, that's the third round pick, though. You like him, but you don't love him.
Yeah, and they have him rated 76 overall. And here's the thing to me. Okay, am I getting a 2-1 because here's my extra pass rush juice on the interior?
Right.
You know, like that's what we've talked about.
Right. We need to replace Larry O still.
So he might end up being a long-term edge rusher,
but he can take inside.
But yeah, pass rushing downs, he's going to be your juice from the interior at 6'6", like 280 or 90, whatever he weighed in at today, and he's going to run like a 4.5 most likely. That one's tough for third round. That is, and I said that's about the earliest I would take him, but damn, it's tempting to take him there.
What were you? Which one are you tore?
Safeties are good too. Like. It's good safeties.
Yeah. See that door. This is where it's hard to do. Because it depends on is Von Bell back.
Exactly.
That's where I hate. That's where
if Bell wasn't back, I'm taking Battle or Brown easily.
Yeah.
With Bell not back, probably Sidney Brown, honestly, but I'll be fine with either. But I'm down to Zach Harrison and Tippmann here.
That's where I'm at. Yeah, I want to.
What we got in the chat? So you guys have a choice between Tippmann
backup center's garbage. She said, go Tippmann. That's kind of where I'm at. I like.
And then Zach Harrison, who would be an edge slash, you
Yeah, but we
want
got to get
him
that.
to
We
play
got to get
some
depth on
3 tech.
offensive line. So I'm going Tippmann. That's what do you got? That's
So
all
we
I'm
got Tippmann. That was Stranger also.
Yep.
I mean, I'm fine with that because he's so good. Like, I have him a solid second-round grade. Like, I honestly have him a better grade. And so just going back to that, I know they don't have it the same on here, but let me see if I can just find their grades real quick.
Go ahead.
So I am looking for Joe Tippmann, right? I've
Yep.
got him at an 8.0. I had him up there with like Bergeron, who went last round that was in consideration. So
Ben Washburn here says, as an Ohio State fan, I don't think Harrison is great.
that's what I mean. Like, he's not great.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, let's go Tippmann.
I agree. And 8.0, I know I don't have near that, but I'm not seeing him on this list. Oh, Zach, actually I had him at a 7.8, so I didn't have him much lower, but I still had Tippmann higher.
Right.
8 is a long-term solid starter, I expect. And I honestly, that's the 8. That's why Harrison's a little lower, because I don't know if he's going to be that. I think he's more a rotational piece. I think Tippmann, even if he's not your guy year one, somewhere on the line, you can't go wrong because he's going to be there for a long time. Yeah, Harrison didn't show it. Like, I'm with you, Ben. Harrison did not show it at Ohio State, especially being coached by Larry Johnson. He is a 5-star recruit. All the expectations was there. And he just didn't show it. That's what we talked about yesterday. It was like, damn, you just expected more every year out of him, and it just didn't happen. So I like Popo. I don't want to mispronounce his name too bad.
Darren Williams.
Popoa from Auburn is solid. Now here's
Wiley's still there.
Yeah, here's where Jeff. Oh my God, did you hear how excited he got?
Dude, I like my Bearcats.
Yeah,
but this is where I think Wiley's going to go. This is
well, let's just look at what we don't have.
Right.
We've talked, like, we don't have an offensive tackle, and we don't have any of the interior rush that we was hoping we'd get. We still don't know about safety, but so edge. I don't love what's left of edge, especially any of those guys to come from the interior. I like Carl Brooks from Bowling Green. I thought it was a travesty he didn't get invited to the combine. I have him as a 4th round kind of guy.
Right.
Offensive Steen and Morris are still here.
All right, we got to take one of them. We got to.
Now, what's a wide receiver? I don't love any of those. Like,
Perry's not bad though.
Well, yeah, he's a freak, and if he runs a 4.3 at 6'4", whatever, but he's just inconsistent.
But we got to take a tackle. I think
so. Corner Darius Rush, I would like him if we didn't take one. I mean, I like Wiley.
I did,
but
we need to adjust that offensive line.
I mean, you're really going in on the line here, so
that's the reason we haven't won a Super Bowl yet for these
hey,
it's our depth. We got to get right tackle. We got to get depth. I'm big on that this year.
Yeah, like Ken said, Brooks and Rush, he's 300. Like, I really like Brooks. He's played more DM.
I'll let you make a decision on this one.
No, because I agree that I think it needs to be offensive tackle. I just don't know who.
Well,
I don't know who.
Out of the ones we have, this is.
I mean,
which one would you take? You taking Steen or you taking Morris?
Well, I think I might have Steen. Did I move him? Yeah, okay. So I literally have them ranked right beside each other, Steen and Morris. Like they're so. It's a coin flip to me. They're both solid linemen, but I don't have a preference. So
I hate Alabama, so let's go with Morris.
Sounds good to me. That works. Because I didn't have a preference of the prospects. I really don't. They're very similar. I guess for grading wise on here, I should have went with the guy that was higher ranked. We could have got a better grade, but I don't care about that.
We don't give a crap.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I have my own, rankings anyway. So
yeah, you have to come up with a name for your ranking. Did you come up with a name for your actual rankings? Boner, hard, stiff.
Well, that's my that's a whole separate thing. My grades, I've got the scale for it of like all pro, second, third rep.
Oh, I like
the mid third.
The Bengals and Brews.
Oh yeah, that's just the Bengals and Brews rating, I guess you'd call it. When you come worthy or whatever, and then you've got You've got, full chub, and then you got half chubbed. You've just got, you got to rank it that way sometimes. All right. So our last pick in the 5th round, since we're only doing 5 rounds here, wide receiver. Rakeem Jarrett, some people really dislike him.
Yeah.
I think he would be solid. Iosovas is pretty explosive and quick from Princeton. Charlie Jones could give you something in the return game. Wilson's been injured a lot, but looked good at the Senior Bowl.
Mhm.
Not so sure there's anybody there I love. Same thing with linebacker. I don't love any of the names that are left right now. There we go. There we go. It worked out perfect for Jeff.
Yep, I'm taking Wiley. I'm done. I'm out.
I hear you. Tyler Lacey, Kobe Turner, Cameron Mitchell. I like him a lot as a corner. That if he was still there, Ronnie Heckman would be a solid safety choice. Edge, Brenton Cox, man, he got kicked out of Florida, but he is an explosive ass rusher. This would be where I would gamble on a guy like Brenton Cox would be in like the 5th round. So I would enjoy him. Warren McClendon and Ryan Hayes, if we were still needing an offensive tackle, would be solid. Right. And I'll just look at the running. Yeah, see, here's my argument for not taking a Bijan. You're going to tell me that I could get Chase Brown or Abanikandi at 5th round potentially?
Bijan, but none of those are Bijan.
No, I know, but you're also giving up, look at all those other prospects that was on the board.
I mean, I'm like you said, when it's live bullets are happening, I don't know if I do it or not. This is just for fun, but
yeah, but I'm with you. I'm Josh Wiley here in the 5th. I think so still, I really do. So draft's complete. You can kind of see there. We did 5 rounds. Bijan Robinson, we just wanted. It was that Michael Mayer, Cansey was on the board. Everybody,
literally everybody we wanted was there. There's no way that's going to happen.
Yeah, and then by the time we got back to our 2nd pick, it was like all those names were gone.
Well, one thing, if that does happen, or just crazy talk, if that does happen, if I'm the Bengals, I'm trading back and getting a couple more 2nd round picks because those guys. One of those guys would be there if you're picking high in the 2nd round.
That's what I'm saying. If you could trade down 6 or 7 picks and pick up a solid 3rd round pick on top of it.
Right.
Yeah. I
just wasn't expecting all of them to be there.
Nah. But we want Bijan just because I have him rated as 7th overall player. I think he's all pro, maybe year 1, if not year 2 and on.
If he gets in the right spot, he's got a really good shot of being rookie of the year, I think.
For sure. Yeah. So, we wanted to go that route and see what was left. Caillou Blue Kelly, we went to corner. There were several good corners. I thought that was a really good spot for corners. And I think if you don't get one, 1st or 2nd, there's a lot of good corners I like. So I wouldn't be surprised if we take one in the 1st, but 2nd's cool too. And then Jeff said, "All right, we got to get some damn linemen down."
I'm bit this. I want them to draft multiple offensive linemen in this draft. Especially if they don't sign one. Oh, dude, I'm going to be so stressed out the whole draft that we don't sign a right tackle because I'm not okay with. I think Jackson Carman did good. I'm not okay with them trying to make him the right tackle because La'el Collins is not going to be ready for the beginning of the season. If you bring somebody in to compete with him for it, that's fine. I'm just not okay with saying plug and play Jackson Carman. He had a really good game, then had an okay game. I'm just not there.
Yeah.
I want to win the damn Super Bowl this year. I'm tired of our offensive line being the reason we don't.
So with that said, we went with Joe Tippmann, which, man, honestly, after he tests this week, I don't know why he's rated as far down as he is. Like I said, I had an 8 grade on him, which is, long-term starter with Pro Bowl potential. And he's going to test well, and he's 6'6". Wisconsin linemen just dominate. It worries me that he's 6'6", that he played more center.
Talk about a factory. Wisconsin linemen that's a factory right there. That's why I do not have a problem taking a Wisconsin lineman. More often than not, they hit.
But he's got position flexibility too, where he can play either guard spot and center. So you're basically he would be competing with Volson if you took him in the 3rd round here. And I'm not even saying that Volson's spot's been up.
No, but competition.
A guy like this lands in your lap in the 3rd round that should go solidly in the 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
Then hell yeah, I'm like,
it's competition, dude.
I think Karras and Kappa, I don't see anybody unseating them, but I could see him beating Volson out this season.
At least pushing him.
Yeah. And then you've got, and to have that extra guy to move around, that's good. Depth is good.
Positional flexibility. He's played all 3 spots right there. He's worth taking. Because you need guys like that. If he doesn't beat out Volson, you need guys like that as backups.
Yeah. And then we went with Wanya Morris out of Oklahoma. So, right tackle prospect. Once, hopefully, in this scenario, we brought a free agent in.
Right.
But having him as an extra tackle, whether we did or didn't bring a free agent in, I mean, he's going to compete. He could compete right away. I even think to be like your extra tackle with Jackson Carman. So you got Jonah and maybe a free agent, and then Morris is just your backup right tackle in that scenario, and Carman's your backup left tackle. That's good. That's good depth to me. Like
right.
And you got Tittman backing up all your interior spots. So, bam, that's a great 8 players for your offensive line. I feel a hell of a lot better, if we bring one in free agency, draft these 2 guys. All right, now we're cooking. Now we don't need to worry about Adeniji coming in and being here in the AFC Championship game. And the play, you know what I mean? Like starting in these games that mean so much. So I like that we did the depth there, and then we had to go with your boy. You had to get a Cincinnati guy.
Yeah,
and he fell to the 5th.
Dude, he's gonna be good. I really do. I mean, I'm not saying Travis Kelce like good, but he's gonna be good. I really do believe in that kid.
Yeah, and he just didn't have the year this year because Cincinnati didn't have much at quarterback. So
no, he should have came out last year. I mean, he would go in the exact same spot. I don't think he helped himself at all, to be honest.
But I think Wiley's a great pick here. I won't be surprised if he ends up in the 3rd round even.
He
in
could.
This draft
I think that's
he's
going to
test. He's supposed to test well.
Yeah, I think 3rd round is probably the earliest he'll go. I'd be shocked if he went before then, to be honest.
Yeah. So I think that's a solid draft. So I mean, I'd be happy with it.
Well, B.J. Robinson, having him there, that screwed us all up.
Yeah, it's like
I'll just say that just screwed us all up. Like, oh, are you serious?
Well, but if he's there, it's a legit conversation.
It's a legit conversation you have to have because you don't have guys that test out like he does. Saquon Barkley was picked in 3rd. These guys are generational players, and when you have a chance to get one of them, you should probably get them.
Yeah, yeah, and he could go way earlier, but I showed the people this earlier, but I wanted to show you my Hayden Hurst, so we need to bring that man back too.
Hell yeah! Where'd you get that at?
Cincy shirts, my order. I don't.
Oh, the order finally came in.
Yeah,
it only took you 3 months to get it.
But yeah, so tell the people who you got on today at 5:30.
I got Evan McPhillips. He's formerly of PFF. He's doing his own podcast now.
Man, you probably got a lot of people except Evan Mc.
Yeah, I wish it was Evan McPherson, and it's not. It's Evan McPhillips. But yeah, we're talking NFL Combine, and I'll probably send you a link if you want to jump on, and you can have fun with us too as well. Sure. But yeah, talking NFL Combine, talking same draft, same stuff we've been talking for a week. I just like getting different people on to have.
Ken said we did a good job.
There you go.
Who they, Hoss? What's up, brother?
What's up?
So you've got a show at 5:30 with Evan McPhillips. Should be a good one. He's PFF extraordinaire.
Well, he used to be with PFF, but
is he not anymore?
Nah, they parted ways last year.
Well, I've seen him on some with Malik Wright, so I don't.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's working with Malik now. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
You're right. I knew he was doing something.
I've seen him on there a couple times, but
he's really good. He knows his stuff.
I know he's been on with you before. We haven't had him on, but he's always seems like he knows his stuff real well. So.
Yeah, and I'll just say, "Hey, Evan, how you doing?" And he goes, and I just sit there and go, "Okay."
So he ended up a 4.67. They ran again, or
that's just well, they run twice. They do.
I know, but I thought he ran I don't know. Either way, it's it's good. He's explosive.
I wish I could run a 4.
Little arms though. His arms are like this. Apparently,
he's got dinosaur arms.
He's got apparently.
And you're too small. I all of a sudden turned into Cartman.
Cartman is now a Velociraptor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Cartman has a Velociraptor.
I don't know.
Hey, I was going to go with it. I was Cocaine Bear over the weekend, so who am I to judge?
That's right, you were. I am Cocaine Bear.
That was an interesting show.
Hey, it's belly up to the bar, man. What do you expect?
Yeah, you got to have some fun with it. So I also have a show tonight, but I want to hop on and do this mock draft. Everybody should lock you up. But we were supposed to have Willie Lutz. He wasn't feeling great. He told me this morning, so We were going to have AC on next week, so luckily AC is going to work with me, and we're going to flip those two around. So AC
I got the Godfather on tonight.
The Godfather.
The Godfather.
But you got to see the thing I did. Or you've seen it, right? Where I put him in with the other guys from old school.
Yeah.
Just put his head on one of them.
I saw that one. Did you tweet it out yet? I saw you put it in our group.
Yeah, because I had to. Yeah, no, I really think so because he did that last year, honestly, 2 or 3 times. And he waits till the day of. Like, what a hater. So, what are we drinking later?
Hey!
Later.
Oh, hey! Wait. Did
I did dishes when I got home. I earned these beers.
Did you see John Sheeran's moving on? Did you see that tweet?
Well, he's still going to be doing OBI and stuff. Yeah, I read the whole. See, you just see little clips and you don't read nothing.
I read the whole. I thought he said he's still doing OBI.
Yeah, he's still going to do the shows.
See, look, me reading and comprehending shit
I know,
doesn't always work.
That's why I have to read things for both of us.
Exactly. So he's going to be writing for A to Z, but he's still going to be doing OBI.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which I mean, great for John. John,
absolutely.
Yeah, he knows his stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you'll have to have something, Anthony, for sure. So Anthony's gonna come on about 7:45, 8 o'clock tonight. He's helping me out, switching around the schedule. Last minute, I always appreciate it. Anthony's always great. You know, we talk about that all the time. That's why we call him the Godfather. He's always there for us, man.
Godfather.
Jeff reads real goods.
Goods. Yep, goods. I do. I read real goods. This is why I don't write. I've tried to write stuff, and it just it don't work out too good. AC seen some of my writings. Well, you can like a little tweak it here, a little thing there. Like, yeah, okay, I suck at it. I'll stick to podcasts, and I'm okay at this.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I thought we had a good draft there. So good little mock draft.
Not bad at all.
Fun. And then everybody's tuning into Iceman show. And then tune in with us later. We are going to start at 7 tonight. So if you're only there for AC, which is very understandable, very, very understandable, he'll be on around 7:45, 8. So
if you really just want to watch Dale talk to himself, you should definitely show up.
I think Joe's going to wait and come on at like 7:30 or so, help get his kids to bed. And since it's going to be kind of a longer show tonight. And
are you going to be by yourself at the beginning?
No, man. I got big Savage Greg on with me.
There you go.
And maybe Bengals and bourbon, which I was telling him he's supposed to have basketball practice, and I was like, just say you have anal glaucoma. They ain't gonna see your ass at basketball.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay. I saw that in the group thing. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like because you're not gonna see my ass.
Yeah, I got it now. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, of course the reading, right?
The reading, yeah. Well, I was sleeping. You guys blow the chat up during the day while I'm sleeping, and I'm trying to catch up. Going, the hell are you talking about?
He's like reading. He throws his phone across the room.
I don't like reading.
But I don't remember what I was talking about before that.
Lost his total train of thought. I'll get ready to send you a link so you can.
Oh, but yeah, Matt. Then Matt said, "Oh, I may be able to come on at 7," and I was like, "Hell yeah, anal glaucoma works every time." And he said, "My kid's sick, you asshole." I was like, "Oh, damn."
Yeah, that's right. You're a dick. I remember.
Yeah, fucking always, man. Yeah, it always backfires on me.
Oh God.
But man, yeah, I appreciate you hopping on with me. I like to do these, man. Come home and just hop on and have a little fun. So I might do more of them as we're approaching free agency in the draft, even with the regular shows that are scheduled. It's like a little lead into the Iceman show.
Yeah, it's a preview to my show. This is why we always say you got to subscribe because you never know when we're going to go live.
It's a pregame to the and then who knows, man? When the draft happens, it's gonna be like we do a pick, and then those last year. If anybody watched them, whew.
Are we talking about doing a lot? Still talking about doing a live show?
That seems like a lot to me.
Now, well, if we get enough people on, it won't be that bad.
It just seems like a lot. My brother-in-law comes over a lot. It's like one of the only times of the year he comes over and we watch the draft. But
the only time he comes and hangs out with you.
So I hate to just be on the stream the whole time, you know.
Screw you! I'm podcasting. All right, you just sit over there.
Maybe he'd want to hop on too, but I doubt it.
Maybe. Never know.
But hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We are going to have something like this tomorrow at 3:30, but it's going to be the Belly Up to the Bar.
Yep.
So if you haven't subscribed to that, please, on YouTube.
Pork Chop, the third
number
member.
2. Yeah, Pork Chop. So, and we have fun with that. It was more pop culture, whatever. Yeah, literally talk about the movie Cocaine Bear, but
it's Belly Up 2, the number 2 bar.
Yeah.
The bar.
But we're going to have a show tomorrow because we're working around Pork Chop's schedule. He is a nurse and a complete maniac, and we love him.
Yes, we do. He's awesome.
But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Hoo day, everybody. Thank you for the support always. And Jeff is good at sucking dick.
Who they, baby? Let's go! It's time! Stripes. Cincinnati, we gon' rise and up. In the jungle, we unite and up. Trippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight? Live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossin' on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we